how to start, operate, finance, and grow a nonprofit. My name is Michael Randolph. I'm with the Center for Nonprofit and Community Development. I'll be talking about today's workshop that's coming up. Just a little background about me. I have over 25 years of experience in grant proposal writing and grant evaluation. I've prepared grants for foundations, corporations, government, and others. Over 25 groups have taken my classes, and this is just one of many classes that we provide, professional grant writing classes that we provide. Combine that with over 35 years of experience in nonprofit operation and management. I think the takeaway from this upcoming workshop is going to be something that you want to be a part of. The workshop is going to be twofold. One is going to focus on how to start a nonprofit. And the second is going to talk about how to finance a nonprofit. And then somewhere in between, we're going to talk about how to operate a nonprofit. So the first part of the workshop and an objective that you should know by the end of the workshop is, what is a nonprofit? What are bylaws? What's a purpose statement? What are articles of incorporation? What's a conflict of interest policy? What are solicitation requirements? Every state requires that you complete certain documents when you solicit donation of money. What's a 1023? And which is a 501c, which leads you to your 501c3 status. What are state exemptions? Not every, but most states have exemption that you can be waived, you can waive sale taxes. The next part of the workshop is going to focus on how to finance the workshop. And this is probably one of our most popular workshops that we give. When I ask students that have taken this class, and again, we've done this to over 2,500 the nonprofits, faith-based groups, individuals, what we come away from, what they come away from in terms of their understanding, and that our workshop is really a comprehensive, in-depth workshop on how to put together an overview of putting together a bankable proposal. We start out by having the students to understand what is a statement of the problem. How do you define what's wrong? And then we talk about what are the tools that you use to collect the data necessary, both quantitative and qualitative research. We also talk about what are the different parts of a program design or an approach. That's when you really begin the nuts and the bolts of what you want to do. The next thing we talk about is how to develop performance measures and how to create an evaluation, a program evaluation, which is very key to getting that grant. That's as important. We talk about where do you find the money at? There's over 100,000 foundations and corporations and others that give money. How do you find them? You can't find them on the web. So we talk about how do you find that money. That's as important. We talk about how to create a budget and more, or even more importantly, how to manage that grant. A lot of groups get the grant, but they can't manage it. We also talk about what's the proposal process? What's the process in writing a proposal? Couple that with concept paper, letter of intent, and letter of inquiry. How do you put together these documents and what are they? And then near the end of all this, talk about how do you tell your story. Then finally, how do you appeal to a funder, and what do they consider a bankable proposal? This workshop addresses all of these different parts, and you take away from this is a comprehensive understanding of an overview of an in-depth look at putting a grant proposal together. So I have a link below that for our upcoming class. But you can always email us at Center for Nonprofit and Community Development. I'm sorry, Center for Nonprofit and Community at gmail.com. Let me say it again, Center for Nonprofit and Community at gmail.com. If you record this to the front, you'll see the phone numbers as well. Thank you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in class. I've met so many people over the years, 20 years, 25 years, with so many reasons why they wanted to start their nonprofit. I've met people that have been running nonprofit for years and they was impressed. And I met people that just started their nonprofit and they was impressed. So catch us. We do the classes all the time because what we do know that this provides you with the skill set necessary to fulfill your mission and your vision. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this presentation, and I'll see you in one of our classes.